Hi guys, I'm Jordan Koch. I'm a storyboard artist here at Nickelodeon on the Loud House, and today we're going to be drawing a bunch of characters for you guys.
Nice.
Let's start with the man himself. Double L, Lincoln Loud. There's that little gap in his teeth. I'm a storyboard artist, so when you draw him, I'm going to try to put as much movement in your drawings. So if we draw like a still drawing of like Lincoln waving to Clyde, do something wild like that, which looks pretty crazy as a still, but when they animate it, it'll be super fun. We won't color all of them, but since this is the first one, gonna get that classic orange polo in there.
Signature.
Right? There we go.
Nice.
So there's Lincoln
Beautiful.
waving high. Let's do...
Who's your favorite character, Jordan?
well, Lincoln, just for the sake of being the greatest. But Lola's really fun. I did an episode with her. And she's got a lot of layers. Little Lola Loud. She looks super sweet, but you can tell underneath if you owe her money, my gosh. Look out. Super cute. All innocent, maybe hiding something behind her back. Look, she found a teddy bear's head. How did that get there? But you don't question it because next time. But that's Lola.
That's Lola. Nice. She is fun. She looks mischievous.
And then her counterpart.
That's Lola Loud, DM.
DM, what's she doing on there?
Just asking questions like, who's that character?
And Lola's counterpart here.
After this, we got a request for Lola Loud.
Absolutely. Polar opposite of Lana, or Lola, is her twin Lana. But it's fun because the writers know their characters so well that when we get the scripts, they've already figured stuff out that are really character specific. And the more episodes we've done, it's really cool. I've told people that you can actually read the script, and if you took the names off, it's more often than not you can tell which character the line is for, because our characters are so specific. So Lola wouldn't be in a trash can, but Lana certainly would.
That's cool.
Just happy to be there.
Perfect. Nice.
Do a Luna.
We can do a Luna after that. Can you maybe tell us a little bit about the process, the animation process?
Sure.
On the Loud House?
Sure. Well,
you mentioned the writers.
Yeah, I'm a storyboarder as well. It starts with the writers, and the writers they write the script, and they all work on the ideas together. And then the storyboard artists, we get the script from the writers, and then we turn it into images. So you can see here on the screen, the script would have said, you know, Lincoln reaches in the fridge to grab Lily's baby food. So then it's my job to show him reaching in the fridge, and you decide if it's going to be a super close-up shot, but since they specify that it's Lily's food, you want to make sure it's a close-up so that we can see that it's hers. And you go through the whole episode like that. There's Luna rocking out. Luna has like the coolest t-shirt in the world. There's a skull on it. And she's not playing her guitar. She's almost always throwing up the goats.
Jordan, some people are wondering where you went to school to study animation.
I went to school at Edinburgh University in Pennsylvania. It's in the top left corner of Pennsylvania. I'm originally from Pennsylvania. And yeah.
You studied animation there? Or
I did.
illustration?
Yeah, no, I studied animation. It was cool. We got to do a little bit of everything. We did character design, we did storyboards, we animated on paper with pencils. So yeah, it was super fun to sort of learn it that way. And now with storyboarding digitally, we're going panel by panel, and so it's almost like frame by frame and page by page in animation. And so you can almost like animate some stuff if you have a character running or jumping or doing something that, you know, to help really sell the idea, you can almost animate it. So that's super fun to be able to do that still.
Yeah. Nice. We got a request for Lily.
Oh, Lily. Well, funny you mentioned Lily.
Lily in a costume, interestingly enough.
Wow. Okay.
It's from Hallie.
Wow, okay. She's right next door. We'll go see her next. Lily is the baby, and she, let's put her in a dragon costume. She is the star of the new episode that airs today, which was actually the first episode I storyboarded. So Lincoln and Clyde have to babysit Lily, but how hard can it be, right? Yeah.
That's fun. I thought it was a dinosaur at first, but it's a cow, right? Or is it a dinosaur?
It was gonna be a dragon, but if you want it, we'll make it a cow. Well, that's the beauty of what we do here.
Amazing.
It just starts out as a dragon and calls it out on live Facebook video that it's supposed to be a cow. So now it's a cow. So there she is.
Thank you for humoring
Cow
me.
Lily. How about that? With scales down the back. Just
amazing.
Nice touch, but I work alone.
You mentioned she's going to be in tonight's episode.
She is. Tonight's episode is Two Boys and a Baby. That's a mock poster I made for the show. It's the first episode I storyboarded.
Whoa. So
there
first
he is.
episode you storyboard.
Right?
Can you maybe show us some storyboards from tonight's episode?
Oh, I can.
Nice.
So here, like I said, you know, Lincoln has, it's going through the fridge, looks and finds Lily's food, grabs it, great. Let's go through. I don't want to give too much away.
No, just a little sample.
Let's find somewhere else. Here's a fun, I think, where was it? Here's one where Lincoln and Clyde, whoops, let's do this. Let's kind of go over, there we go. Lincoln and Clyde find this jar, they both take a bite, and they realize this doesn't taste like baby food. It's dog food. They freak out, and they run, and Lincoln throws up under the table, and Clyde rinses his mouth out. They get up just to see Lily feeding herself anyway. So that's a little taste at
The perfect babysitters, right?
yeah, no. It's all downhill from there.
Nice.
Right, let's do Lynn.
Who's the most difficult character to draw?
They each have their difficulties, and it sort of depends on like what you want to do with them. You know, some of the girls have hair sort of coming down in front of their eyes. Some of their heads, like Lisa's head, is bigger, pretty much the majority of the size of her body. So if you try to have her like reach up and like put a hat on or something, like sometimes that's a little difficult. Luna's one of the hardest ones for me to draw because she has a little more subtlety to her than Lincoln or some of the other ones. But Lynn's super fun. It's fun to draw them sort of in their action poses, and this show's great because it's super squashy and stretchy, so you can really stretch Lynn up if you know she's about to catch that football. You know, and then draw a little shadow down there.
Nice action shot.
So yeah, you know, that stuff's really fun to do. That stuff, you know, with storyboarding, you try to keep it as alive as possible. So you know,
nice.
So that one's fun.
Good stuff.
Yeah, try to keep them alive. Try to keep them animated. Here's a whole sheet of Lucy expressions.
So expressive.
Yeah, you know her. She, you know, really likes to let her hair down, and so let's do one of Lucy. Lucy's, you know, she's super simple, but you know, if you get a scene with her where she's acting and she has a lot of stuff, you know, it's really interesting to explore some of those possibilities because she is so simple, and you know, she sort of just keeps to herself. She's not super expressive, so it's one of those challenges to find a way to keep her interesting. But she's one of my favorites.
Do you ever find it difficult to draw certain expressions that you're trying to convey?
Well, I have a mirror right here, and in high school I did a lot of acting, and I did a lot of you know, performing and theater type stuff. So storyboarding is great because I approach it from like an acting standpoint, and so it's, you sort of become those characters, and each one of the characters, because they're so specific, you know, there's, like we said, like Lola's like the little princess, and Lana, you know, loves to just play in the mud. Each one of them is going to react differently to a situation. Like if mom and dad say they're grounded and they can't go outside, well, that Lola might be okay with that, but Lana's going to be horrified. She's going to be super depressed. So it's cool to sort of be able to like take on these different characters and personalities and see how they would react in different situations. So that's really fun, you know, to do that kind of stuff, you know.
Jordan, you got some really cool stuff up on your walls. Can you show us
a
little mini tour of what you got?
Sure. A lot of this is background art from the show, which, you know, the storyboard artists, we basically work in black and white all day. So when the background painters finish a background, they're amazing to see just the color choices they've used and just how it all comes together. That piece over there I did for when the show premiered, sort of a Roger Rabbit spin on like the making of a cartoon, you know, if it was actually real. So kind of fun.
That's awesome. That's pretty messy.
But yeah,
nice.
Things kind of get out of hand a little bit.
What's this? This is cool.
This,
what are all these panels?
This Taryn had a genius idea. She's on the other side if you want to film her. And she
Say hi to.
She had this idea. Over on Instagram, we have a Choose Your Own Adventure comic strip. So these are a bunch of the panels, so I won't give too much away, but you can go over to at Loud House Insta Comic.
This is the poster for it right here?
That was our one sheet. Yeah, that's our cover page. So yeah,
it's called the Loud House Insta Comic.
Loud House Insta Comic on Instagram. Yeah,
very
so
cool.
Go over there and poke around. And Lincoln can't find the remote control, so he has to go sibling at a time to try to find the remote. So definitely follow the comic Instagram page.
And you boarded the entire thing.
I did storyboard it, yeah.
Wow.
And
That's a lot of panels.
it was a lot of panels. And the other thing was it was in storyboarding for drawing as opposed to storyboarding for animation. So sometimes, like see here, like Lincoln would get hit with a baseball, or we have an explosion. Some of that stuff really had to be sold as one image as opposed to actually seeing him get hit in the back with the baseball. So so it was a little bit of a twist from what we're used to with storyboarding the show. But it turned out super fun. Everybody who worked on it did a great job, and it looks really great. So definitely go follow that and have fun with that.
Nice. Maybe let's get one more sister in.
Sure.
Before we wrap.
Let's do Lori. Lori's the oldest. I'm the oldest.
Really? You have a lot of siblings yourself?
I have 3.
Nice.
But if you would have heard our household, you might have thought otherwise. But Lori's great because just it takes a lot to impress her. Unless you're Bobby, of course.
Can you relate to a lot of the Loud House?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just
stories and stuff like
that. Well, it's stuff, sharing, like we all learned that growing up and taking turns, and all that. So, yeah, it's cool to sort of put your own spin on things and think of your siblings as you're working on the show. So, give her cell phone. She's one of the kids that is always on her cell phone following the Loud House Instagram account. What was that? Did he say that out loud? So there's Lori.
Very cool.
The oldest.
Nice.
All right.
And then you had mentioned the parents earlier. Can you draw the parents?
Sure,
I think everybody's been wanting to see the parents for the longest time.
No, we can do that. Draw. Dad is great, loves all of his kids, right? Oh, got this nice green sweater and sweet khakis. And every time I draw him, I run out of room.
Oh, man.
So we're just going to have to, whatever we have room for. So there's Dad. That's about all the space I had for him. So
many limitations with this paper.
It's really, you usually try to start at the top, but sorry. Well, that's what we got. So.
Well, thanks so much for
Hey, you're welcome,
doing
guys.
This for us. Yeah.
Sure thing.
People... we're having a really good time. So when can we watch The Loud House?
Well, The Loud House is on every day this week at 5. The first episode I did is on tonight at 5, so check that out. 2 boys and a baby. And then every night this week at 5 o'clock.
Awesome. Thanks so much,
guys.
Jordan. Appreciate it. See ya.